Order up, Squidward.
All right. SpongeBob, could I get one with less fog?
Sorry, Squidward. Mr. Krabs' orders.
Whatever. Here you are, sir. One Krabby Patty.
Slop. Digital content of low quality that is produced usually in quantity by means of artificial intelligence. Well, I think the new Senrai Maidens packs definitely fit that definition. In fact, I think War Thunder as a whole fits that definition pretty well. Sans AI in some circumstances, just there is a huge lack of effort on Gaijin's part for the past, I don't know, 2-3 years, but recently it's become especially noticeable. And that's what I want to talk about today. Of course, I thought playing the Gemini tank itself would be good background footage, right? Actually, it's not really background footage because I'm recording this commentary live because I don't know if I can yap for 18 minutes straight about this stuff or if I can shoot this guy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can. I wonder if there are any Senrai Maidens tanks on this team. Not that I can see. But yeah, it seems like they are really leaning into copy-pasting vehicles, especially when it comes to the Senrai Maidens tanks. And I am not a big fan of that because, as I talked about in the video I made back in like 2020 called the Lend-Lease problem, and it was not nearly as much of a problem back then as it is now. It just reduces variety and is not fun. But yeah, I don't think that copy-paste is healthy for the game, even if it is easier for the developers and obviously easier from a balancing standpoint because you have less unknown variables. I think copy-paste is bad for the game because it's far less interesting, which means that if you create a bunch of copy-paste premiums, people are less likely to buy them, less likely for the game to generate revenue, and it reduces diversity in the game's sandbox, you know? Top tier isn't really fun when everyone is using an Abrams or a Leopard 2. Personally, I prefer premiums that are unique, but I understand the argument that people think it's fear of missing out and whatnot. I completely understand that, which is why I think premiums that are unique but not so unique that they take an experience away from the tech tree are good. For example, HSTVL RDFLT, very good example because they're incredibly similar tanks, but they are different and unique. They're not exactly the same, but they are very similar. I'm pretty sure that this still has a Gemini logo on it, and they tried to disguise it with that line. It seems very out of place for this flag. I don't know if that's just me. I guess I just don't get what weebs see in the Senrai Maidens packs. Like, it seems so low quality and baity that it would, to me, if I was an anime fan, I think I'd find it insulting, you know? Okay, now you're not going anywhere, bucko. To me, there's no real story, right? There's that PMC that they're fighting, but I guarantee it doesn't go beyond just a vague enemy for trailers, you know? The character designs do not seem very inspired at all. I would not be surprised if they were like, Grok, generate me. What the hell just hit me? Well, not that guy. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Grok, generate me a sexy anime tank that will make me lots of money. If I can stop getting hit, I would very much appreciate that. That somehow did not damage the breach at all. Incredible. Anyway, as I was saying, it really does seem like Gaijin said, Guac, generate me a sexy anime lady and include some national stereotypes too. Because our player base loves making jokes about tea and spaghetti and ramen and whatnot. In Grok or Gemini just shout out this reference sheet for, oh look, it's an anime lady, but she has an American flag bikini and cat gamer ears, and she commands an M1 Abrams. Isn't that something? And that's the thing about using AI in your work process. Once you use it once and you make it evident that you use it, suddenly public trust erodes a lot. Not that Gaijin had a lot of public goodwill to start with, right? I wonder if I can shoot from here without getting my blown schmoove off. Can I upper front plate that? I can just do that. Okay, Challenger armor coming in clutch with the 2S38. He was what, like there? I want to say. Hesh, please work like you're supposed to. It did not work like I wanted it to, but I don't think he has a stabilizer anymore. Yeah, get out of here, little pup. Oh. I don't know how I killed that guy. I feel like that dart should not have done that, to be entirely honest with you. Anyway, I think it's just very funny that Gaijin couldn't spend 5 minutes in Photoshop mocking up some generic metal posters, you know? Like, it would have been fairly simple, I think, actually. And the sad thing is, I don't even think most of the player base will care that Gaijin is using AI, because they are just consumers at the end of the day. Please don't shoot me. Preferably shoot HE if you're going to fire anything. I think I can tank the HE at least. 2S38, are you body blocking this man? No, but you distracted him, I think. Okay, let's see if we can get the 2S38 too. Yup. That's beast mode right there. You know, Challenger actually isn't too bad. At least not in full down tier. I mean, like I said, the Senrai Maidens packs doing very well as far as I can tell from my creator code. And I don't think my player base has a ton of weebs in it. If anything, they probably are a lot of furries, right? I mean, probably a decent portion of weebs. They kind of intersect, right? Please kill that, man. Engine track radiator. That's kind of big, maybe. Potentially. Oh, you son of a bitch. I'm glad that I decided to look over there before pushing this guy. Vertical cannon drive. That might be big. Ow. All right, buddy. You're done. Wow, we are actually tanking a decent number of shots, and this guy is unaware, I think. Please stop shooting me. What is even shooting me from down here? And I know invariably people are going to say, like, oh, why is AI a problem? Are you woke? Are you dark wokeston? The answer to that question is yes, I am, for one thing. And two, AI is damaging in many respects, whether that be philosophically, ethically, morally. Take your pick, really. I mean, if you want practical concerns, I can attest that we're having a lot of data centers built in my home state of Ohio, and they are drastically driving up energy costs because they don't pay their fair share in terms of how much they consume. Not to mention the damaging environmental effects locally, if not globally. Like, locally at least, AI really damages communities because... hang on, I have to, like, lock in a little bit. I did not lock in. Okay, that guy, you were not very smart, buddy. Anyway, as I was saying, environmentally, data centers are pretty damaging towards communities because they require a lot of power, and sometimes they can't rely on power from the pre-existing grid, so they use gas turbines to supplement. And that creates a lot of local pollution, especially noise pollution, air pollution, thermal pollution. Is that a thing? I feel like that's a thing. I don't know if that was in my environmental sustainability class. I wasn't paying attention. Why is there a BMP1? Actual Desert Storm moment right there. Puma, can you re-peek again? How do you even have ammo still? Didn't I shoot all of it away? Okay, I shot his ammo and he is still firing. He's still firing, in fact. No, yes. Yes, you are dying today, buddy. You are. How do we not have a nuke yet? We have 11 kills. Only have 1863 spawn points. That's a little insane in the membrane. But yeah, thermal pollution is pretty bad too. Like, data centers are making people pretty sick, even though they are basically just giant server farms. If you want a philosophical reason for disliking AI, I think pretty much every major philosophy disagrees with it on a fundamental level, but Aristotle really liked biology, and he was big on categorizing animals. And he categorized humans as rational animals. That was the main thing. I think like the full thing was featherless to biped rational animal. And that's kind of like going into the story of Diogenes coming in with a shaved chicken and being like, behold, a man, because it kind of ignores the whole rational part. So it's kind of like philosophy slop. It's a philosophy slop story. It's Reddit, if that makes sense. I'm just saying buzzwords at this rate. Basically, Diogenes is heavily overrated. I'm a little scared because there's a Terminator over there. Anyway, it has been scientifically determined that the more you use AI, the more your cognitive abilities are hampered by it. Like, it actually has an effect on your rationality. It has an effect on your humanity, really. Especially if you extend that definition of humanity to being social animals, creative animals, because like some people even use AI to communicate. I mean, that's one of the main things they market, right? Is like use it to write your emails and stuff like that. And obviously the creativity part doesn't need to be explained because, you know, that's what this video is about, partially. Gaijin is ceding their creativity to a machine. Obviously not good, especially when that machine is using the work of other people to make that artwork, right? Which is probably what I should have led with, honestly, in terms of the negative impacts of AI, because AI cannot create anything, right? A lot of people have this misunderstanding that AI is like the AI in Halo or Marathon, right? It's not Cortana, it's not Durandal, it's not Tycho. That's a real deep cut. That's such a deep cut, I wasn't even born when that game was made. Durandal, not so much, because, you know, obviously New Marathon is the thing. Anyway, the AI is a misnomer. It's an intentional misnomer because they're trying to make it seem better than it is to drive up, you know, investment. AI is essentially a really fancy autocomplete. That's really all it is. Oh, I hit the exact same spot. That's unfortunate. It doesn't really think. It just collates information and is like, okay, this is the most commonly said thing on this topic. I'm going to regurgitate it. And even then, it can just hallucinate entirely. Like, I have experimented with using AI for, like, quizzing on schoolwork, right? Be like, hey, give me a macroeconomics quiz. It will just wholeheartedly make shit up. And then when you question it on it, it's like, oh, yeah, you're right, my bad. Like, people use this for important life decisions. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like this is the first time that Gaijin has used AI. I mean, we've all had inklings that they've used AI, especially for, like, the Santa tongue-out picture, right? Some people speculated that they were using it to upscale textures in the game because suddenly the textures, even though they were upscaled, he got deplaned. Where did he even go? He just disappeared. He got removed from the material realm by that CRV. Shout out, brother. Yeah, but the textures would be upscaled, but the text would still be, like, kind of jumbled a little bit. And even in the same update, the Senrai Maidens vehicles aren't the only ones where Gemini was apparently used to mock up or even just entirely make the camouflages or details on it. Like the M60A3, another copy-paste premium when it could have been unique because it's a Desert Storm M60 Rise. Those got M900. It's common misconception they did actually use M900. That could have been a unique vehicle, slightly unique, has a different round, right? No, they're just giving it M735, which is a round which was wrongly nerfed and still hasn't been fixed after like 2 or 3 years. Anyway, that has a Gemini logo hidden in one of the camo patterns on the back of the tank. I forget what the camo pattern is. It's the Marine Corps one. And again, the AI use doesn't stop there. Aside from all of the apparent profile pictures in vehicles they're now using AI to work on, they might be using it for the game's code. Because I found out that Gaijin has a game development platform they've made incorporating the Dagor engine, which is called, what is it again? Eden Spark. Reminds me of that one Xbox One game dev thing that Xbox tried to launch. Anyway, apparently it relies pretty heavily on AI for both coding and asset generation. And in the promotional material for it, I'm pretty sure the AI voiceover is a thing. But not only that, they use War Thunder pretty heavily in the promotional material. So it makes me wonder if they're not using AI to code a little bit as well, and if that's not contributing towards some of the pretty egregious bugs that we've been seeing recently, or when they say they fixed an issue and it actually isn't fixed, you know, that kind of thing. Sorry, I know this is very disorganized, but I want to go back to the whole tech trees thing, because they're adding these minor nations to major tech trees to flesh them out, right? But the problem is they're not fleshing them out with unique vehicles from that nation. Like, there are plenty of unique Swiss vehicles that could be added to Germany, or preferably France. I feel like France should have gotten Switzerland, if we're being entirely honest. I think France needs them more than Germany. Germany's like the second biggest ground vehicle tech tree in the game, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, they're not adding unique vehicles from these tech trees. They're adding more Leopard 2s, more M1s, more F-18s, more F-16s. You get the idea. Just more of the same. It's not interesting. It's not fun. Oh, hang on. I get an opportunity to exercise a demon. I feel like the Challenger is actually one of the better tanks for dealing with the BMPT, as long as they can't see your lower front plate, probably. You think I can push out and shoot this man? I don't think he's very aware. No, he was not. Oh, another BMPT. I can't exactly see him right now, though. I need him to push up so I can shoot him, so I can schwack his ass. Like, if you go back to a lot of my should-be-added videos that I made years ago, back when I read off of a script, they sounded robotic and depressed and entirely dead because my kidneys were failing. I have a lot of vehicle suggestions, a lot of very unique vehicles that I think could still be added to the game. I sure wish I could see anything. Get the f out of here. Annoying ass tank. Oh, you thought you could hide your lower front plate in the foliage, huh? Nuh-uh, buddy. I guessed correctly. I'm so good at gambling, you have no idea. I'm naturally gifted. I am a very sluggish now, though. I don't know why. Nothing mobility-wise is damaged. Actually, I think that's just the Challenger. I think it's just that sluggish and fat. Obviously, they're going to be coming back for revenge, right? So what if I just went hold down here? Oh, buddy is up. Already letting loose. Yup. Speaking of AI generated, that guy's profile picture, it's very telling that he can be like 0.5 KD in every other MBT or like vehicle in this BR range, but you put him in a Terminator, suddenly he's 3-in-1. Hi. I'm back. Yeah, even on the premiums where Gaijin isn't using AI, they're just not making them unique. Like, they had a great opportunity with the F-14D to make it a pretty unique vehicle. You know, they could have given it AIM-9Ms, they could have given it the experimental AMRAMs. I know that it never mounted them in reality, but when has that ever stopped Gaijin before? It was intended for them to test them, didn't actually test them, so, you know, why not? Make it more unique. But, you know, this is Gaijin. For whatever reason, they're like, we're going to cripple our own money-making capability. I hear something off to my right. I was going to try to poke those guys. They're on the spawn radar, but I think I'm going to get pushed here in a second. Ow. Oh boy, there's another one. Cannon breach vertical drive. Let me guess, his other cannon? Yep, still operational. Yep, and he is going to push. Ha! I got the Terminator, even though I don't have a turret ring. Yep. You know how you've been feeling like the updates in War Thunder have become increasingly premium-oriented? Well, you're not wrong, because someone posted a graph. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, excuse me, sir. Did not mean to almost ram you. Anyway, they posted a graph showing the ratio of premium to non-premium vehicles per update or per year. I forget exactly which it is. You can see that the premiums take up a larger share as time goes on. So yeah, Gaijin is adding more premiums and less tech tree vehicles the more the game is updated. And of course, they're not only adding more premiums, they're also raising the price of top tier premiums, which they said they would never do top tier premiums, which they skirt around by saying like, oh, this isn't a top tier premium because technically like it's a tier below the new top tier. Even though, like, performance-wise, it's not really that different. I'm just gonna monologue while I'm being, you know, repeatedly mogged and set on fire by various IFVs and Terminators and whatnot. I don't even know how he's penning me at this range and distance, but, you know, it's the Terminator, so who gives a shit, right? It can do whatever it wants. $80 for a premium is insane. Like, people had an uproar over games becoming $70 MSRP, right? And that's for a full AAA game. $80, $10 more for a single vehicle in War Thunder. Can I crest this without getting my shit exploded? All right, T-72 down, Terminator. Also down. There's a third Terminator over there, or second. He's just trying to rush onto the cap. They literally don't have brains. They just hold W and left click and hope to win. And usually they do, unfortunately. Ooh. I thought maybe that was a Terminator, so I tried to aim low. What was I talking about again? Sorry, I'm feeling pretty sick today. And not in like the typical, oh, Spookston is feeling sick because he's got a ton of medical conditions. Like, I think I caught a stomach bug or something. Which is not good because my immune system is non-existent. Anyway, $80 for a premium F-14, which is essentially just an F-14B with a slightly better radar, is insane. And unfortunately, Gaijin is correct because it is actually doing better than the Senrai Maidens packs, as far as I can tell from my creator code. It's selling more. Not by much, but it is selling a little bit more. And that is why the community is at least partially responsible for all of this, because we keep buying this shit, man. We keep buying this slop, and I don't get it, because, like, so much of the player base is free to play, right? But these whales are like, I'm going to buy the least interesting vehicles known to man, and I don't get it. Like, put that in the S&P 500 or something. Like, if you have the disposable income, don't spend it padding out a lineup with identical tanks, man. Like, I promise you don't need 7 tanks in the lineup. You don't need it. No one needs that. I'm rarely one to dictate how you guys spend your money, right? If I am playing a premium vehicle and I don't like it, I'll say, yeah, I don't think it's worth the money, but hey, it's up to you. And even with the RDF-LT, I was like, you probably shouldn't buy it, but at the end of the day, it's your decision. I am begging you guys, please do not buy the F-14D or the Senrai Maidens packs or the M60A3 Rise. Is that an Ostwind? I want to hesh the Ostwind. Desert Storm. Yeah. Finally, it overpressures. I cannot believe that did nothing to that BMPT, because the hesh round on this has like 52 mils of overpressure pen. But who knows how hesh works, man? And no, it's not like if you pen something with hesh, it disables overpressure, because then you wouldn't overpressure light vehicles like the Ostwind. It's not how that works. There's some other way it works. Like, I genuinely don't get the appeal of these vehicles, because the Challenger 2 OES, that is a tech tree vehicle, right? Or is it another premium? It's a premium. You get the same premium for GE. Exactly the same. Go to live.war thunder, put one of the many anime skins that are on there on it. In fact, they're even more risque than the Senrai Maidens skins, more gooner bait than the Senrai Maidens skins, even though Gaijin's trying really hard to reel in the gooners with these vehicles. Is that why so many people are buying them, even though there's no character or story? Is it literally just like, BC booby, I like booby, I buy booby? Is that all there is to it? Am I too gay to understand this? I mean, look on the bright side. If you don't like my rambling, at least you can finally get some Challenger 2 gameplay, right? You guys been asking for that for a while, surely. Maybe, I don't know. You guys seem to ask for a lot of British vehicles, and they seem to do pretty well when I upload them, which I don't get, because it's not a very popular tech tree. Hi, ADATs. Goodbye. Yep, it is indeed a second Puma. Got him. Battery acid shout out. That's a good username. Anyway, if you want to spend $80, you could buy Nuclear Option and a soundtrack for yourself and 2 of your friends, and still have $5 left over for, I don't know, what's $5? Like a Dave double? Dave's double from Wendy's? In fact, I think I'm gonna go play Nuclear Option for the remainder of this video. Yeah, Gaijin basically ripped off this game, which is an indie game you can get for 20 bucks, made by, I think, one guy. And in many ways, it just blows War Thunder out of the water. It's kind of like Ace Combat in a lot of ways. Obviously, everything is fictional, but with real-world counterparts. Like, this is supposed to be kind of analogous to the Bronco. This is called the Cricket. Right now, I'm playing PvE. You can play PvP as well, but I'm glad that they have PvP as an option. And the PvP is actually interesting and difficult, unlike War Thunder. Like, the AI will f you up if you're not paying attention. Even if you are paying attention, the AI will f you up. Just select all of those, and then ripple fire these off. It's giving me an X. I'm not sure why it's saying I can't shoot. Oh, I think that one's out of my arc, and that's probably why. But just ripple fire those and hope that some get through, because the AI will intercept your munitions. It has this kind of neat mercenary system where the more units you destroy, the more money you get. I really want to take out an enemy aircraft just so I can show you guys how insane the damage models are in this game. Like, it blows War Thunder out of the water. It's frankly embarrassing that Gaijin has it so that when a plane gets destroyed, just the wings pop off and the body slams into the ground, but it's perfectly fine afterwards. And like rubber bands all over the place. It's just embarrassing. Please let me get within like a kilometer of you so I can show them the damage model. Please? I didn't bring any IR missiles. Can I maybe AGM you? Is that a possibility? No. No, it ain't built for that. Yeah, rare Spookston aircraft gameplay. Please come back. Wait. No, I did hit the brawler with the... I wasn't looking. Trying to crest this hill to get a visual on the convoy that I am trying to engage. Oh, there's the MBT. MBTs, I should say. And we'll just, yep, select all of those. Oh, and the 20 mil will fire automatically as well, because there is a co-pilot in our cockpit. Hopefully some of those get through. Take a look-see here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, bud. That'll do it, bud. I don't really think that nuclear option is competition for War Thunder, because if you're playing War Thunder, you're probably playing it so you can play vehicles that you like historically. I mean, how many people download it to play the Tiger or the M1 Abrams, right? So I don't really think it's competition, but I will say it's a very nice game to relax and take a break from the grind of War Thunder. Oh, you can put a 57mm cannon with a proxy on this as well. It's not especially useful in most circumstances, but it is very funny. And that's what I like about this game. It likes to be funny. It likes to do outrageous shit. War Thunder doesn't seem to want to do that. It seems to want to be very careful about everything, you know? Like, case in point, F-14D. I'm not entirely sure why. Because even the devs acknowledge, like, yeah, it's basically just, like, a slightly better radar. Give us $80 for it. It gets a special camo. Every plane in this game has a unique theme, by the way, and the soundtrack is amazing. Honestly, I'm not really a big fan of the Brawler theme, but you listen to, like, the Ifrit theme. The Ifrit is basically, like, a Russified YF-23, if I had to put it simply. Please don't fire a missile at me. I want to hit you with the 57mm. Although, the A-19 is pretty strong. I don't know if he'll care that I hit him with it. Uh-oh. Okay, that gave me basically no warning. Notch. Okay, we managed to hit it with enough radar ECM and notching to evade it. What is firing at me right now? Is that a compass or an Ifrit? Is that an Ifrit? It is an Ifrit. Oh, you son of a friend. You're gonna get popped by an IR missile and it's gonna be really embarrassing. But yeah, case in point, really good damage models. You see how it took off its engines? And sometimes if they pull enough G's, when they get hit, the wings will snap off. It looks really gnarly. Oh, look. Yeah, you see that? I'm pretty sure that the developer worked on Beam NG, so that's why the damage models are so insanely good. It puts War Thunder to shame, man. I think Gaijin is going so hard on the monetization because if you think about it, all of their other IPs have kind of crashed and burned. I think probably their most successful one besides War Thunder is Enlisted. And they're gonna kill that with War Thunder Infantry because it's like very similar but worse. And people are going to say, oh, if I can consolidate everything in War Thunder, I'm just going to go for that, right? Obviously, like, hardcore players are going to remain, people that bought premiums and whatnot. But by and large, I think Gaijin is just shooting themselves in the foot. I really want to kill this AB4 because that is very scary. Please do not IR my brother. Okay, we got the AB4. The AB4 is like a sweep wing B-21, like a mix between a B-1 and a B-21. It's sick. Anyway, like all of the different IPs Gaijin has tried to launch, Active Matter, Cubic Odyssey, the Minecraft knockoff, all of them have failed. Crossout has more or less failed at this rate. Really, their most successful products are War Thunder and the mobile version of War Thunder, which is, it's sad, really. I don't think Gaijin really understands that the reason why so many of their endeavors fail, like, I imagine infantry is going to absolutely fail. When Cade and I made our videos on it, there was very little interest in it. The main interest was seeing how bad it was. So I don't think infantry will do well. I don't think the Active Matter is going to do well. I don't think that anything really that they do is going to do well so long as they continue putting in the least amount of effort that they can. All Gaijin cares about is the minimum viable product, which is sad because they're not even a publicly traded company. They don't have to worry about being beholden to shareholders. This is all just greed, really. But yeah, I'm probably just going to keep playing this because I'm having a lot of fun. That or Marathon. Really addicted to Marathon lately. I hope you guys don't buy all of the slot packs that Gaijin is adding with this update. I hope that you guys play the tech tree vehicles that they're adding that are unique, like the Hummel, which they should have added instead of the M44 and M55 for Germany. I hope you enjoy playing, what other unique vehicles are there? I don't really know. Anyway, if you guys have suggestions or vehicles to play or challenges to do, leave a comment, and I'll see you on the next one.